Hello, everyone. This is your course walkthrough for Architecture 110. And when you open up your Hack D2L homepage, this is what you might see. All right, you've got, I'm recording this in spring 24. These are the courses that I've got for this semester. Yours will obviously vary. And you'll click on our Arch 110 course. Right. Here's our home page. You will see our news section. This is where my weekly announcements will show up. There's none right this moment while I'm recording this video, but please keep an eye here for those weekly announcements. This is a major way that I communicate with you. All right. You're also going to see a content browser to access our weekly modules. All right. And you'll see a calendar which will let you know some important events, including office hours and when different things are due. Across the top of the screen are a number of menus, some pull-down menus, which will help you access the course. One of the first things that I want you to do when you open up our course or open up this D2L for the first time is to access your profile and notifications, and they're right here. All right, so you can go into your profile settings right here and add a photo. This really helps to personalize, especially our discussion forums. If you don't want this to be a photo of your own self, that's totally fine. Just pick some other image or icon to represent you. But what I'm really interested in is these notifications right here. So let's click on that. And here is your links to download the mobile site, all right, for these courses, all right, to set up your email notifications, right, and to set up your instant notifications. What I very much want you to do is to scroll down right here and hit News, New Item Available, and make sure that you get those notifications. All right, because that's a major way that I communicate with students, whether it be those weekly announcements or something like, hey, there's an issue with a quiz, or maybe we're extending a deadline, or, you know, any of those kind of things. All right. Coming back to our course homepage, the next thing that I want to show you is this content menu. I know you've got this content browser here, but that's not actually my favorite way to access our course. I prefer this content menu right here. Let's click on it. And what you see in the content menu is this table of contents, and you can kind of see all of our content all in one place. That's why I like this one. So you'll see the different weekly modules, week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. And then when you click on those modules, we're here in week 1, you can see kind of sub-modules or sub-folders. There should be a content and an activities sub-folder for each module. So here in week 1, we're looking at the subfolder of the week 1 contents. All right. And it's got our syllabus right here at the top, right? And a whole bunch of important information for our course. Please go through each one of these, all right? And then if you click to the activities parts, activities is going to be everything that you need to do and turn in, all right, for our week. And so you can see that for week 1, there is a quiz, a discussion, and an assignment. Let's take a look at week 2 because it's a little bit more typical for our course. So clicking on the week 2 link here, you can see that we now have a submodule of content and activities. So we're in week 2. We have the lesson content, and then you can scroll down here to the activities. Right? Each weekly content will start with an overview and to-do list. This is just an introduction. It's a couple of sentences of what we're doing this week and maybe why. The next thing in your content will be a list of your textbook reading. So it'll tell you a chapter or which pages to read. All right. This piece right here, it says notes for your lecture. These are my PowerPoint slides. A lot of people like to have them for reference. All right, so you're welcome to download those and use them however you wish. Finally, we have my lecture videos. All right, that's this one right here. And any other content, sometimes there's websites to visit, sometimes it's some written content that I have written out. All right, in this particular one, there's a website to visit. Finally, there's often an optional resources page in your lesson content. I do ask that you at least click and take a look at what's in there. All right, it's usually a bunch of links that are either designed to help you with the homework or to maybe they're extra things in case you're interested more in this particular subject. If you come to the activities section, you'll see that each week we'll have a quiz, a discussion, and an assignment. All right. This one is a little bit atypical because we have a quiz. All right. You get 3 attempts at each quiz, and then they close on the Sunday night. You have a discussion, all right, and the discussion due date is set for the Wednesday. That's when I want you to make your initial or original post responding to the prompt listed here. And then you can see that it has an available until date. That's the Sunday night. That's when your discussion will close. All right. So make all of your comments and replies. All right. You're required to do a minimum of 4 comments and or replies for each discussion forum. All right, up until Sunday night. This module is a little bit atypical because instead of a assignment, we have a second discussion, and you see that here. All right, and there's a little note that tells you that. Finally, on the following Monday, you can see this document will open up here. This is your quiz answers. So come back the following week and check that and see how you did. Let's go back up to week 1 and take a look at that syllabus. So it's in the week 1 start here, it's in the content, and it's the first item listed. So here we are in the syllabus. You can see my name, our course number, and here is all the different ways to get a hold of me, which you've already seen in our introductory video. So scrolling down, here is our course description, all right, and the textbooks, both of which we've already talked about in that introductory video. You also need a couple of supplies for this course. The major ones are an architectural scale and an engineering scale. These are rulers. They're specialty rulers designed for the architectural and engineering fields. And you can buy them through the college bookstore, or you can also find them pretty much anywhere else. They're pretty common. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them in art supply stores. You can often find them in office supply stores. They come in kind of a plastic version and an aluminum version. Either one works, all right, for our class. You also need some really simple drafting supplies. You probably already have these. That includes a pencil. Right, any pencil will work. Paper, just plain white, blank paper, please. All right, and you need a straight edge. This could be a plastic ruler, a metal ruler, a piece of cardboard, or if you have some drafting supplies already, a triangle works well for this. There's also a couple of assignments that require you to have 1/4 inch graph paper. This is just plain regular graph paper. It's like light blue lines on a white background. It's important that you get the 1/4 inch type, which has 4 squares in a 1 inch size. All right, and not there's another type that has 5 squares in a 1 inch size. Don't get that one. All right. If you don't buy the graph paper, there's also some printable ones online that you can use. You're also going to need some technology supplies, the first of which is a computer with an up-to-date web browser and broadband internet access for our online course. All right. You're going to need a scanner, and that's because you're going to be doing some hand drawings and you'll need a way to turn those in. All right. I require that you turn them in PDF file formats, and that's why I'm saying scanner rather than camera. All right. But a smartphone camera does work for this. What you need to do is download the free Adobe Scan app. All right. This works whether you have Apple or Android, and it will take your photograph and turn it into a PDF file format. Okay. You're going to need a video camera. We have one video assignment, and your smartphone will also work for that, or webcam, or if you've got some other digital video recorder. Right. If this is impossible for you, all right, you don't have access to this, please come talk to me and we will find another way. Recommended but not required is some software to edit PDF files. All right, I use one called Bluebeam Review. Unfortunately, this does not have an Apple version. Right. The industry standard for this is Adobe DC, and there are other versions as well. Right. You're not going to need any architectural drafting software in this course. All right, we're just not there yet. So SketchUp, AutoCAD, Revit, we don't need them for this semester. The next thing on this syllabus is our learning outcomes, which you just saw in our last video. Taking a look, scrolling down. We have our schedule. It's a 15-week course, each week organized as a separate module. All right. Grading system. All right. First of all, you need to complete our course contract. That's the week 1 quiz in order for the rest of the semester content to be available for you. And then you need to walk through this Start Here section. You're right there already. All right. For all sorts of instructions about this course. How is this course going to be graded? We have quizzes, discussions and activities, and projects and exams. So you can see that the quizzes are worth 20%. The discussions and activities are probably the biggest chunk here with 50%. And then those projects and exams are 30%. We're going to have 2 projects and 1 exam in this course. All right, scrolling through, here's our grade criteria. It's pretty standard. All right. And then attendance. It's very important that you stay on top of this course and to log into our course. I suggest at least 3 or 4 times a week. All right. And you can expect to spend roughly 9 to 12 hours per week working on our course. This includes reading the textbook, those lecture videos, any other individual study time, time to work on our activities, office hours, and also your discussions and interactions with other students. Now, sometimes first-time college students are surprised at this 9 to 12 hours a week. It is a big time commitment. Please go ahead now and take a look at your schedule, your personal schedule, and block out time for this course. On our next page is the attendance policy for our department. I'm not going to read this to you, but please go through and read all of this. It's important to have all of this knowledge. All right, scrolling through attendance and online courses. Please read through all of this. All right, how to withdraw. Make up and late assignment policy. All right, so makeup work is only accepted under the excused absence as needed. All right, and late assignments. Now, this is specific to me and my policies and to this course. All right, so we're going to have discussions. The discussions will be only open for that module, and then they close on the Sunday nights. The discussion forum closes, and there will be no late work accepted. Right. Assignments, I give you a little bit more leeway with those assignments, all right, because sometimes life happens and you need a little bit more time. All right, they have a due date posted, but then I accept the assignments with a 10% late penalty. All right, 10% grade reduction. And I'll accept those up until the midterm or a week before the final, depending on which half of the semester you're in. All right, we'll see that on the schedule in a minute. The quizzes, all right, they close on that Sunday night, and so no late work is accepted, but you can take those quizzes up to 3 times, all right? And so I highly suggest that you take your first attempt early so you have a chance to get your highest score. We have 2 projects this semester. They are due on the due date, and no late projects will be accepted. And of course, we have 1 final exam, which will close on its due date. No late final exams accepted. Let's keep scrolling down here. Please make sure that you read through our academic dishonesty policy. All right. And here are some resources for you. Students in need of accommodation. Right. If this applies to you, I welcome you to your course, and I'm really happy to work with you and support you in whatever way you need. All right. So please contact me and help me support you. I'm going to continue to scroll down. And the very last page of our syllabus is really important, all right? This is our course calendar. So you can see that we have each weekly module listed here. And then a series of dates. You've already learned that our modules begin on Wednesday, they end on a Sunday night. All right, there is a midweek deadline for those initial discussion posts, and I also suggest that you have started your other activities. And there's also an early access date. All right, this is the Friday before. Okay. So you can see here, for example, week 3 is going to be open for early access and will begin on the Monday. All right, it has a midweek deadline on a Wednesday. The module will end on the Sunday. This is the module title, what we'll be studying, and this is our textbook chapter, although go take a look in your module for specific page numbers. If we kind of scroll down here, you can see that we have a couple of special dates. Your first project is going to be due here in at the end of week 6. All right. We have a midterm break for this week. All right. All of the first half of the semester assignments are due before that midterm break. All right. In the second half of our semester, scrolling down here, all right, after the midterm break, all right, here's our second half. We have a second project due at the end of the semester. Right. All of those second half assignments are accepted through this end date of week 15. And then finally, our finals week will be here in week 16. All right, the last thing I want to cover in this video today is how to attend office hours, how to get in contact with me. Right. Here in our course homepage, the easiest way to do this is to come over to your calendar and find one of these office hours events and click on it. Here's my first one this semester. All right. And you can see that my office hours are listed here, and here's the link. This will take you directly to the Zoom meeting, so just click it at the office hours time, and you should be able to reach me. All right. But if this particular time doesn't work for you, All right, you've got a class, you have work, whatever it is. I'm also available for by appointment, excuse me, and you can click the link. It's right here. All right, and it's also located if you're not in this calendar piece. It's also located in our week 1 module. So let me show you that before I click the link. So coming to our contents. We're in the week 1 contents. Coming down here to instructor and office hours, click there. And then you can scroll down. You can read about me if you like. All right. And here's how to meet me for office hours. Just like in that calendar piece, you can see this semester's office hours and the link that will take you directly to that Zoom meeting. All right. And if those office hours don't work for you, here's how to set the appointments. Same link right here. We're going to click on it. And that will take you to this external tool I've set up through Calendly. Calendly? Yeah, Calendly, anyway. And you can click right here. It should show you my available office hours for the next week. All right. I do require 1 day notice so that I know to show up. All right. And you can schedule for up to 1 week in advance. So once you take a look at this calendar, you can click on a day. It shows you the different dates that are available. Maybe I want 10 a.m. Click next. All right. Here's where you need to enter your name and your email. All right. And then here is this is optional. Tell me which class you're in and maybe which assignment you want to work on. So to let me know to have my Architecture 110 hat on. All right. And when you click schedule events, it's going to send an email, one to you for confirmation and one to me to let me know to show up. All right. So thanks everyone. This was your course walkthrough for Architecture 110.